Hey everybody, it's the Mad Master here. Um, Doing a video. I don't know if it's going to be a little bit controversial, but oh shit, was that the microwave? Fuck. Uh, Things are just chaotic. Anyways, uh, this video is about there was someone that I dated about 10 years ago, and it was only for a short amount of time. It was about 2.5 months, and it was weird because for some reason she liked to tell me that she had been in the past, her own words, a slut. And recently I dated someone else that liked to proclaim the same thing, even though it was far more serious with her than the previous girl that I had dated a long time ago. And I don't really understand what the purpose of these statements and proclamations were. I've been trying to figure that out for a while. It's like, is there a reason why you would say that to a prospective or, your respective partner? And I'm just dumbfounded by this idea. I still am. It just, I don't know if it's just some. I know this other girl that I dated was not the one from 10 years ago, but the one more recently. I know her thing was that she regretted some of these things that she had done, but she almost seemed to have get some kind of pleasure out of saying it sometimes, and it was almost kind of weird. Like she laughed at her. I mean, it was like laughing at herself, I guess. It was just really weird. So I don't know. I don't know why I did this. Decided to do this video. I just thought it just bothers me still that someone would talk that much about themselves in that way. I know with guys it's a little different. It's like, I was such a stud, man, and I had five orgies and five threesomes in a month, man. It's something like that. But like a woman says, it's a lot different, even with the liberation that we're, supposedly going through with all that stuff. Of course, not with what's going on right now, because you're not supposed to talk to anybody for an indeterminate amount of time. But we won't talk about that in this video. So it just kind of bothers me that I let them say these things and didn't question them enough. And not like question in like a haranguing or weird way, like, oh, well, why do you, I'll just be like, well, why are you saying, why do you mention that? What's the point? What's the purpose? And I've been accused of questioning people too much, or questioning the woman I'm in a relationship with too much. So I really backed down on the particular more recent one that they were saying these things. And, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Maybe why the thing ended is because I didn't invest enough into it, because I was more passive about it, which she interpreted it as aloof. Maybe she wanted the drama, And if she wanted more drama and wanted more fights and stuff, like if she actually wanted that, then she was not worth pursuing a longer than it was, than it had turned out to be a relationship with anyway. So I don't want that kind of bullshit, But yeah, I don't know why some women have made it made a point to tell me that they used to be sluts. Of course, the more recent one called me her boyfriend and, wanted to be more serious. So with the previous one, the one, from 10 years ago, she made it a point to tell me that we weren't serious. So, I mean, I don't know how you differentiate between these things as far as why a woman is saying that to you. It's just weird, you know. I would almost tend to say that next serious relationship I get into, I would almost rather that we just make a rule that we do not talk about past relationships as a rule. But of course, rules are going to be broken as they are. But it's ridiculous. Why do I care? You know, why would I care about that? That's the past, you know, just like my thing's the past, my stuff that I've done, you know. Now, everything was weird with that relationship, the more recent one, in a lot of ways that I'm realizing. But yeah, I don't know. If I'm, I was scared, maybe I was scared of losing the relationship if I would have questioned things more, because I've made it more tumultuous at that point, you know, where questioning everything a woman does. Now, there were certain points in previous relationships where I did question things a lot and maybe too much. Maybe during the romantic period and before the power struggle, I should question more stuff so it's more safe. Apparently, it's easier to clean up from that. And then, of course, at the end, I'll use all the shit against you, you know. Just like one of my girlfriends, like I told her that I was into the pickup artist seduction community stuff. And she's like, we were together like 6, 7 months, and she's like, and she breaks up with me, and she's like, oh, well, I was only into you because the pickup artist stuff must have worked or something. Like, well, she didn't say it like exactly like that, but it's like because of the pickup artist stuff. I'm like, I mean, there's only one or two things that I did with the pickup artist thing with her. There was something that, what steps can we continue? What steps can we take to continue this conversation in real life? I think I did that, and then, which is something that like David D'Angelo or one of those guys said or whatever. And then I think, that's about it. Honestly, I didn't really. I was being myself, you know. I mean, at the time, I was living with this guy who kind of pushed me into being more cocky with women just by the way he was with people. Like it was who he is, so it kind of helped. I mean, it didn't hurt living. And I made some friends that were more, you know, around that time. I was dating this other girl I'm talking about now, the third girl I'm talking about in this video. I was hanging out with people that had more of that kind of attitude, because before I was hanging out with more people that were like more passive attitude about stuff, you know, like, oh, I don't know what to call them, but you know, they don't like teasing people, or, you know, they like to be really stern and serious and stoic about stuff. And that's kind of who I was hanging out with before. It wasn't about, the camaraderie wasn't about picking on each other. But when I, you know, lived with this other person, and then some of my other friends were like that changed me. So maybe subconsciously some of that stuff changed me, like some of the, but I don't think like when I was pursuing this other girl, the one that accused me of, you know, said that was the pickup artist stuff that got me in the door or something, like, you know, in a relationship with her. Is like, she didn't really explain herself, but you know, women say all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's just, I'm going to be doing these videos because I just feel like fucking an outlet for this stuff, you know. It's very different than talking about the virus, I'll tell you that, but or politics. But still, it's like, I'm just very mystified by some of the things that they've said. But, you know, do I care? I mean, just like one of my, you know, my most recent ex, she's like basically saying that I haven't like changed enough in life or grown enough or something. Like, well, yeah, you know, I'm still a kid. I mean, I still consider myself a kid, a grown up kid. It's fine. I mean, adults, like I said, when I was a little kid, I wrote this song about adults when I was 11 years old called Don't Look Down at Me. And I was into like kids' rights and stuff. I thought, you know, people under 18 should have the right to vote and all this shit. It's like, what do adults or mature people know that the kids don't, you know? They go bomb people or pollute the earth or do stupid shit or get in these stupid arguments. It's like, how the fuck could adults be better than kids? They're not. I mean, they really aren't. They're worse. Kids are a little more chaotic, but adults suck. So I would never call myself an adult. Yeah, I'm immature. Yeah. I live like a bachelor, I wear metal shirts at my advanced age. You know, I fucking I buy Transformers. I buy toys. Yeah, fine. And I role play. I play role playing games. Oh my god. You know, still even in the pandemic. Oh my god, you're gonna kill grandma. I mean, it's just like adults suck. You know. So if anybody, I don't know if that's what she was trying to say, but like, I mean, the nerve of someone that lives with their mom telling me to grow up, basically, essentially, well, all the guys that I've dated that your age have been more established. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, if you expect me to be established, what about you? Why aren't you more established? Rich people date each other, unless you're a sugar, she expect me to be a sugar baddie, which she never did. But, it's just ridiculous. I'm just mad, I'm just mad. So I'm gonna, blow off some steam. I mean, it was a long time ago now, but still, it's just like, oh my God, how did I veer off into this? But yeah, like girls calling themselves sluts when we're dating. It's like, I used to be a slut. What's the point in mentioning that? I used to be a virgin, Oh, I was such a virgin. Oh my God, I was such a virgin when I was 20 years old. I was such a virgin. Such a virgin. Like bringing it up every fucking couple weeks or something. It's like, what the fuck is the point? Why? That's all I gotta say.